Okay, we're on day 4. So in this one, it has a big blue box, so make sure you're reading through all about the dynamics. It shows you that our C major key has no sharps in it. So we had D major that has 2 sharps and G major that has 1 sharp, and now we have C major that has 0 sharps. So all naturals. And then it also talks about the bowing lanes for playing those different dynamics. So if you watch the DVD, or it's not the DVD anymore, but if you watch the video on it on SI Online, when you punch in your code, it'll have the video on the bowing lanes. It'll show you how you're going to move your bow based on what dynamic you want to play. So when you get closer to the fingerboard, it's a softer sound, and when you get closer to the bridge, it's a bigger sound. But what I hope they talk about in the video, it's been a year since I've watched it, but I hope they talk about you also have to change your weight, because if you're playing that same amount of weight that you played down here, and you play it here, you get that weird sound, right? So you have to change your bow speed and your bow weight also when you're in those different lanes. So just keep that in mind. And I like to think of it as driving lanes. So when you're in the piano lane, you're in the fast lane. And when you're in the forte lane, you're in the slow lane. Okay? All right, so we're going to do the C major scale. And it says to play it at mezzo forte, so we're just going to be in the middle. It also says to go back and play it using different dynamic levels, which I think is really fun to try. We're going to go ahead and just play through it. Let's say the note names to make sure we know what we're doing. All right, so we're going to have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. All right, so let's play through that together. 1, 2, ready, set, go. When we played our scale as a round, it was a while ago, but let's try that. So I'm going to start, and this time I want to play it forte, so move closer to the bridge and get in the forte lane, and I want to play it as a round. And so the way this would work is that I'll play the first 2 notes, and then you come in at the beginning when I'm on the 3rd note. So I'll play C, D, and then you join in, but I'll be on E when you're on C, and then we go up and down together. So that'll be a nice fun way to practice it, and practice your tuning as well. It's a little bit different than just playing with me. It's creating harmony, so like a duet. So we're playing it in a round. If that's too confusing for you and you just want to play it with me again in the forte lane, that's fine too. So here's where I go, and then I'll try to do this for when you would come in if you're doing the round. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and play the C major arpeggio, which is 128. The reason I want to do this whole page, because if you look at the bottom, that's the song. That's the song. That's 130 is the song. I can't wait. Okay, so we're doing 128. So this one is our arpeggios. So notice your pattern is going to be this 4, 1, 4, and then 2. So this is really kind of a finger pattern that happens with arpeggios a lot. So just know that you have, I think we've done the D major one and stuff, which is open in 3s. But this is the C major one. So this is a new finger pattern for arpeggios. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, and it asks you, what is the interval between the first 2 notes? So remember, our intervals, it's kind of like math, but it's music math, so it's a little bit different. So we count the note we start on, all the notes in between, and the note we end on. So we would count C, D, and E. So C to E is a third. So just keep that in mind, that we want to make sure that our thirds sound nice and pretty. All right, we're going to do Country Gardens. This one is similar to the Minstrel Boy from the last video, in that there's a lot of tricky rhythms, but don't let the rhythms mess up your bows and all of those things. So I want to say the notes in rhythm, and then we will pizzicato, and then we'll arco. All right, so it goes C, C, B, A, G, G, F, E, E, F, G, C, D, F, E, D, C. So did you hear how my voice got quieter? So that's what our dynamics do, right? So we start loud, and then we're gonna get soft where it says piano. All right, let's pizzicato so we don't have to worry about our bow just yet. 3 and 4, go. So for pizzicatoing dynamics, you can pull really a lot or really a little. Okay, so with our bow, we're going to change our lanes. And remember that also changes our weight and also changes our bow speed. So, all right. 3 and 4 and. Did you remember to change right at beat 4 of the second measure, or did it take you a little while to remember, oh yeah, we're supposed to be playing soft? So if it took you a little while, just try it again and try to aim really for getting piano right on the 4th beat of the second measure and not into the third measure and go, oh yeah, we're supposed to be soft. So that way it's really convincing to your audience when you are supposed to be soft, because they won't have the music in front of them to tell them, oh, this is loud and this is soft. You have to be the one that tells them this is loud and this is soft. So make sure you're right on time with your dynamic changes. All right, so 130 is Sakura. You've heard it enough on the piano. If you need to write in their note names, take the time to pause the video and write in the note names. Otherwise, I'm just gonna dive in and YOLO it. We have dynamics, we have C naturals, we have F naturals. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is Sakura. That's the song that we play when somebody doesn't pass yet on their testing Tuesday. And I wanted to get to this one because I knew that everybody would be like, oh my gosh, it's a song, I can play that song. Go ahead and add vibrato on the half notes when you can. And also there's a couple of measures that are tricky with the bow. So if you look at measure 4 and measure 6, which is the beginning of the second line, you're gonna have to do a longer quarter note. And remember, it's like a down wiggle because you need that whole bow for the half note. So I'll show you in measure 4. So you want to be down wiggle. And then in the last measure, it just flips it. So you have to do a long down bow. So you've got to wiggle down. So you're going to have... So you really want to pull on those measures that you have eighth notes and half notes, you want to pull the quarter notes long and make the eighth notes short so that you have the bow for the half notes. So that's bow distribution and planning your bow ahead so you don't run out. All right, can't wait to see you on our next Zoom meeting. Remember to check your email for the invite. It's going to be the same code it was last week, so you should be able to use the same code. If you can't find it, I'll send it again anyway. And feel free to text me or email me with anything that you need. I should say Canvas chat, or email anything that you have questions about or just want to say hi. All right.